You have a message you want to share with the world. And man, do you want to get out there and do that. But finding those stages takes hours. And then the forms. Oh, am I right? They take forever to fill out, even if you have your bio and your links at the ready, because all of them have different questions. Well, my friend James has created AI Stagefinder. They are my sponsor this month of the Jen Hardy Show and of the 50 Over 50 Podcaster Awards. And let me tell you what, it is mwah. You feed it your information, and in 5 minutes, you'll find 10 places to speak, and in another 5, 100 more. Not only that, but it gets the questions for each one and automatically gives you all of the answers. All you have to do is copy and paste. What? And then it writes the follow-up emails and everything you would possibly need. Do you need to check it? Of course you do. It's AI. And what if you have questions? James is right there to answer them for you and help you. Listen in as James and I talk about it, and you are going to want to check it out for yourself. I've tried it. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. All right. So today I have got the most incredible man who I have been talking to for quite a while about AI. And let me tell you, he knows more about AI than anyone I've ever met. And he's utilized it to solve a problem that many people have, from executives to creators. James, welcome to the show. How did you come up with AI Stagefinder?
I've always said identify the problem first. And during COVID, you had a lot of time because almost every business shut down. For speakers, there were no events. We're doing Zoom calls. But how did you find the opportunity for the Zoom? You had to search on Google, etc. That's when a lot of speakers started creating their own Zoom events or virtual events. But as we came out of COVID, everybody wanted to go back to the live events, but they couldn't find them. We started working with AI tools during COVID, before ChatGPT was even a name. And we started to say, can't you create a way to scrub the internet to find these opportunities? Well, easier said than done. We have spent many years refining it, and what we've come up with is a stage finder. We create a custom tool for each person that identifies their speaking, their content, their particular expertise, and then where's their ideal stage. Is it in the United States? Is it within a zip code? Is it all over the world? And so once you have trained the tool goes out and finds you those stages. Then it identifies the challenges that organization is facing, and it helps you craft a customized campaign to explain why you are the right speaker at the right time for that organization.
As a speaker myself who struggles with the amount of time that it takes not only to find these things, but then to craft the perfect answers to their questions, you've solved the second part of that dilemma too, haven't you?
Again, you've spent all your time creating your content, your website, your slide deck, perhaps your books, perhaps your courses, but you still have to find a customer. This gives you a laser focus on your customer. And what it does is it gives you up to 10 events per inquiry. Each event can then be finding 10 more identical events. Within an hour's period of time, you can come up with 100 events that each one of them has a response with an email campaign, descriptions, etc. An amazing time saver, laser focused and customized to you and to your target audience.
Yeah. Yes. First time I saw it, I was absolutely blown away and completely thrilled because I just applied to speak at an event, and oh my goodness, it took so long to answer those questions. Now, as you said, we do need to look over them and make sure that it's really our voice and that everything we want to say is in there and there's not something we don't, which as we should with all AI things. But what I think is another great thing is when we start, we're not just our own with this tool, you're actually supporting us as well, just in case, right? Have any questions?
Here's what happens, Jen. You fill out the form. We then test it. You look at it and say, well, it's not exactly right. You fix it. You test it again. And then you go out and you start using it. Let's say the worst case scenario is it's not finding you the right audience. We fix it again. This is a 1 year license. The cost for it is a simple investment that's equal to what an average speaker earns on one speech. And then we have weekly and bi-weekly group meetings where people can come on and say, hey, I ran into this question, or can you help me with this?
Now, have you used it yourself?
Not only used it, I am addicted to it. I've got my computer on my exercise bike, and so I'm filling it out and exercising at the same time. And because I speak internationally, I start looking for places that I want to go. So, for instance, I go to Mexico typically November, December before everybody goes there. And I say, hey, why don't I see if I got some speeches that are at the same time? And then they end up paying to bring me to Mexico. So I get a nice vacation. And so, yes, I do use it all the time.